At a time when Sushant Singh Rajput's case had brought the spotlight on the drug abuse across film industries, Karnataka, the sandalwood film industry there, the drug link and nexus explodes. This comes right after Indrajit Lankesh, who is one of the journalists, along with a few others, including Prashant Sambargi, spilled the beans on the kind of indulgence that actors in the film industry have with drugs. In fact, a lot of twists and turns politically also surfaced with actor, Neta, drug mafia nexus in Colombo. In fact, all of that and more in this detailed report. Let's take a listen.
Sandalwood drug scandal turns murkier, with a possible Neta nexus emerging for the very first time. Whistleblower and celebrity manager Prashant Sambargi has claimed an explosive link of key accused actor Sanjana Galrani with Karnataka politicians, claiming some lawmakers like Congress MLA Zameer Ahmed made frequent Colombo trips with her to attend parties.
My only contention and to the police department was, sir, if you look at if you change the way of direction of investigation and focus the relationship between Sheikh Faizullah and the MLA Zameer Ahmed, I think there will be a lot of skeletons coming out of the coffin.
A fuming Zameer Ahmed refuted the charges and threatened to sue whistleblower Prashant. Zameer was earlier in JDS, admitted he had been to Colombo, but claimed it was with his former party chief, H.D. Kumaraswamy. The JDS chief on his part clarified that the trip was aimed at discussing party strategy. The Yediyurappa government asserted that it will ensure a thorough probe and break the Neta actor drug peddler nexus.
As the case unravels, however big and mighty he might be, however in an important profession he might be, important position he or she might be, will not spare. I have given a total free hand. My chief minister has given total free hand for the police. That's why they are able to pursue this. And I have said that whoever comes, that's why I said whoever consumes or supplies, he is a criminal for us.
So far, over 10 people, including actors Sanjana and Ragini Dwivedi, have been arrested and being subjected to drug sample test and forensic examination. With Nagarjun Dwarkanath in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India Today.
Now let's quickly cut across to Nolan Pinto from On Ground to give us a perspective on what the investigation really says, what kind of headway they have the CCB really made so far in the case. Nolan, take us through. So far, we're only hearing hearsay. Prashant Sambargi, who jumps into the picture saying that there's a Congress leader who has nexus with Sanjana. Sanjana and the Congress leader went to Colombo. What does that really establish when it comes to the drug mafia here?
Well, Nabila, there is so much to this, the sandalwood drug scandal, if one could actually term it in that way. Now, it's not just the sandalwood, not just actors. We must remember that there are other people also involved, and this is what the Bengaluru Police Commissioner has on and off been saying. It's not just the sandalwood industry. You have a large number of people. But based on evidence, as of now, they have arrested two actors that we all know about, Ragini Dwivedi and also Sanjana Galrani. But apart from them, a few businessmen have been arrested, a jeweler has been arrested, drug peddlers have been arrested, an events manager has been arrested. So this is what Baswaraj Bommai keeps stating, that this is an international cartel at work over here. It's not just in Bengaluru, it's across the various metros, and that a joint operation needs to be looked at.
That's the question here, Nolan Pinto. It all comes
now,
down to why is the film industry being targeted? Is the film industry a soft target? That's the question that's being raised, whether be it Bollywood, be it Sandalwood. Now we're talking about Karnataka film industry, where the film industry has been made a target, is what the film industry insiders are crying foul, saying why target us only?
Well, absolutely. In fact, that is why the Home Minister and also the Bangalore Police Commissioner has stated it's not just the film industry. He says that people are forgetting that they've already also arrested businessmen, drug peddlers, and the lot. And more such will be arrested, he says, based on evidence. In fact, the evidence that they've got now pertains to these people. The names of Sanjana Galrani, the names of Ragini Dwivedi popped up. And that's why one of the reasons why they are being investigated as of now. Now, Nabila, it's also very interesting in this particular case because Prashant Sambargi very clearly came out and stated that politicians are also involved in this, and that is how Zamir Ahmed Khan's name also popped up over here. Now, Zamir Ahmed Khan plays it smart, says that Kumarsi tries to drag in Kumaraswamy. So this is the biggest problem for the police over here, because every now and then you have one person who gets caught or one person's name is there. He says that other people are also involved. This is becoming a problem for the CCB. So what they are planning to do, this is what our sources tell us, is what they have in hand. They are investigating those cases, and that is, as of now, the sandalwood industry. Now, Nabila, it's not easy there. In fact, sources tell us that both the actors are not cooperating with the police. In fact, they were taken to the FSL. They've just gone back, this is what we are told, back to where they are actually being detained. Tomorrow, their police custody ends. What we are hearing is that they might not secure bail because of their non-cooperation, the alleged non-cooperation, all these days with the CCB.
Right, Nolan, if you could highlight who are those people who are currently under arrest. Would you be able to give us a list of people apart from Ragini and Sanjana here? There are a few people who are also been arrested. Take us through what is the allegation against them, which is so serious that they won't get bail as well.
You know, it's very interesting how it all came up, because it was the Narcotics Control Bureau who actually initially came out with this case in the eastern parts of Bengaluru. Now, those people, one of them actually stated that it's not just when the Narcotics Control Bureau was actually trying to figure out this case, they got to know that actors, musicians, politicians were all involved. It is from there that they actually arrested a person called, or the police, the CCB was looking into a person after getting information from the NCB, one Ravi who worked in the RTO. Now, this Ravi, in fact, is a close associate of, or very good friend of Ragini Dwivedi. So this is how it happened over there. Second, Rahul was also detained. He was looked into as a drug peddler. Sanjana Galrani, in fact, spoke to the media saying that Rahul is her friend. I remember when I called her, I asked about these allegations, and she said that Rahul is not a close associate, but rather a Rakhi brother. So this is how they were brought into. And the rest of them, Viren Khanna, Nabila, you also know about this particular person in Bengaluru. Most of the huge and the big parties over here, especially for the expats and the and the who's who in Bengaluru, are organized by Viren Khanna. Now, he was arrested based on the information given by these peddlers in Bengaluru. The CCB actually went to Delhi and brought him back over here. So, and the latest to join the bandwagon is basically a jeweler, one Mr. Jain. He also has been taken into custody by the CCB. So you have a large number of these individuals. Somehow, it's very interesting if you actually draw a graph. Everyone is interconnected to someone. Everyone knows somebody, and everyone has been pulling each other.
This has become an absolute ugly slugfest here, Nolan, where people are just coming out, blurting out names, saying what they know, that this person knows this person is hanging out with this person is partying with that person. Clearly here, somehow the priorities for the CCB seem to be missing. What are they really after? That's the big question. What we know now is that these are the big fish who are in the under scanner, which is Ragini, Sanjana, Viren Khanna, Aditya. You have a few, Rahul Tonse, you have a few more, Shiv Prakash, Ravi. These are people who are connected to the sandalwood film industry, who have also connections with peddlers. So they are basically the mediators. Now, considering that there are so many people jumping into fray and naming one politician after the other, one actor after the other, this has almost become embarrassing to the entire state of Karnataka, because it's not just about the film industry that we're talking about anymore. It's also about the political circles, of course the party circuit, the restaurants, hotels, events, all of this come under this one network. Are we out there to embarrass the entire racket here? Of course, one, crackdown on the racket. Two, are we embarrassing the entire industry, the entertainment industry, the political fraternity on the whole, to have overlooked this entire nexus for that many years? It wouldn't have come in yesterday, today. This must have been a proper planned nexus for at least a decade or so that somehow breeded on the grounds of Bengaluru. And now finally there's been a crackdown, but instead of actually cracking down on the actual supplies, we're going after the big fish. We're going after actresses, particularly Sanjana and Ragini. All that question about why two women only are in the center focus of all this. Why men, film actors within Sandalwood are not being pulled up as yet. Are we really talking about just two women doing drugs? Are there several other male actors who are also indulging? Why have they not been summoned? Many questions, of course, now cropping up. We have joining us, Nolan, thank you very much. We're going to come back to you. Joining us right now, Indrajit Lankesh, who's a filmmaker and a journalist. He's also the whistleblower. He was the one who spoke out about indulgences of the Sandalwood film industry, all the high and mighty in Karnataka, they're indulging in drugs. He's also mentioned some names. We're going to hear that from him. We have Dr. Syed Nasir Hussain, who's a MP with the Congress party there. We have S. Prakash joining us, a BJP spokesperson. And of course, we have Parul Yadav, who's an actor and insider to the Kannada film industry. I'll start with Indrajit Lankesh. Indrajit, take us through what were your allegations right from the start, which you stick by even till today. You have a revelation to make. Please do.
Yeah, of course, I stick by it. And I was as you know, and as the whole Karnataka media knows about it, for 3 days, I went to the media myself, alone from the industry, and mentioned that there are 15 to 20 names in the industry who are involving in these.
Who are these people, Indrajit?
Yeah.
Who are these people?
Yeah, of course, I've mentioned these names. I've given these names to the concerned investigative officer. There are actresses, there are actors, there are actors' sons, there are politicians' sons, and there are event managers. There are a lot of them. And I've given everything, what all I knew, the information I knew, and where these parties were happening and what was happening, and which are the chemical drugs.
Would you be able to tell us, Indrajit, a few names? Maybe we'd like to know as well. Is that possible?
See, it gets very individual kind of.
You don't want to target them individually on air.
Of course, I've given whatever I know. I don't want to target any individual as such, but I've given these 15.
So you were summoned by the CCB yourself. You spoke to the media, and right after that, the CCB summoned you, and you went in and gave out all the details. Is it?
Yeah, of course, twice, not just one day. For 2 days, they summoned me and they asked me to give the details, whatever I knew, and whatever information I've given them, I hope and I'm sure that it would have helped them in their investigations, because just 2 days after my visit to the CCB, there were a lot of arrests, including the drug peddlers, event managers, actresses, and a few more, the politicians' sons, and a lot of other people, whatever I knew, without any prejudice, I've given whatever I knew. And what information.
Why only the film industry, Indrajit? You yourself are part of the film industry. You're a journalist, you're a filmmaker, you're Gauri Lankesh's brother. You're so entrenched into the industry on the whole. You know that there are people who worked so hard to make the Sandalwood film industry what it is today. And with one or two isolated incidents, here we're tarnishing the entire Sandalwood, saying that the industry itself is maligned. The whole, youngsters within the industry are so spoiled. And there's a huge uproar against you and a few people who've been tarnishing the image of the film industry, which is the hard work of that many people over the decades.
No, it is not. That's the main reason when I went to the media and, of course, to the CCB, that it's not the whole industry. It's a very, the third generation of actors, and of course, not just actors. There were politicians' sons, and there were politicians themselves, and of course, actors' sons, and a lot of event managers and drug peddlers. It is not just about the industry, but the headlines which was making was the whole industry is into drug mafia and drug abuse. So, and a strong message had to be gone to Karnataka and Bangalore, which was becoming a capital of the South India drug mafia. So that was the main reason, because me being part of the industry, and of course my father, with a lot of other senior actors and directors. And
so basically you're saying you want to cleanse the industry. You're the crusader who wants to cleanse the industry, which is why you're speaking up.
This had to come in open, because there's a lot of incidents, as you know, like about honey traps and in KPL, and which was no action was taken. Then there was an accident with 4 or 5 actors running away from the car, and after the drugs were found in the car. And then there were a lot of other incidents.
But that never came out in the news.
Of course, it came out in the news, but there was no action taken.
Drugs found in the car.
There was no notice sent, there was no arrest, there was no charge sheet, there was no action taken.
When did this happen, Indrajit?
Yeah?
When did this happen?
Of course, this was happened. A lot of people were asking me that why you come now, not before. Being a journalist, in fact, I want to show you, in December, I had reported this. I reported this in December. If you can check the date here, it's in December. I've reported about the honey traps. It's called Rani Jenu in Kannada. It's called honey traps. See, there are actors, and there are, of course, the Commissioner Bhaskar Rao at that time, and Home Minister Bommai, and a lot of other people were there. I've reported that in December itself.
Right. So
And,
you're saying that this is a long drawn indulgence where police have not taken this up seriously. Do stay with us, Indrajit. We also have joining us our spokesperson, Zes Prakash from the BJP, and Nasir Hussain, our Congress MP. I'll ask Mr. Nasir Hussain. Here we're looking at Congress's Zamir Ahmed, who's been named as a person who's associated very closely with Sanjana Galrani and has been going back and forth to Colombo, attending an event at this casino. Zamir Ahmed's name has been pulled up. He's also been spotted with a peddler. And this brings a lot of questions, raises a lot of questions on Zamir Ahmed's connection with this peddler. Mr. Hussain, what do you think of this CCB investigation, which has now pulled in that many politicians and actors alike into this entire probe?
Nabila, I'm happy that the police is going after all those who are involved in this drug affair, drug peddling and so on. I'm also happy that Mr. Indrajit Lankesh has brought it in public domain, all these things that were happening for a long time, whether it was in the film industry, whether it was the politicians involved, whether the businessmen or so on. See, what is more important is now Mr. Zamir Ahmed has himself made it very clear. He had denied everything, and he has said that if let there be investigation, let there be a fair investigation, and he's also filing defamation cases against those people, those who have claimed that Mr. Zamir Ahmed was involved. Going to Colombo or Bombay or Dubai is not the question. Whether someone is involved in drug peddling, using drugs, or organizing rave parties or drug parties is something which is something which has to be investigated. Whether somebody is connected to this drug cartel or not, that is which has to be investigated. But on the other side, I would like to say that everyone who is getting arrested is connected to BJP. Ragini Dwivedi has campaigned for not less than the Chief Minister's son. The person who is arrested in connection with the huge cache in Gulbarga is an activist of the Bharatiya Janata Party. The others, those who have been arrested
a corporator, Keshav Murthy, is a Congress corporator. His son Yashas has been raided.
Has anybody been arrested now? Anybody connected to Congress have been arrested? Has anybody has any links to this drug mafia,
in your opinion, Mr. Nasir, you're saying that this is
and we are saying even if he is a congressman,
unwarranted targeting.
No, see, I am not saying that anybody is targeting anyone. What I am trying to say
said
is,
it.
see, this menace of drugs has to be cleansed. It has to be cleansed in Karnataka. What I am saying is, we don't want Bangalore to go the Mumbai way or the Punjab way. We don't want this drug affair to be there in Bangalore at any level, whether the politicians or the film industry, a businessman, etc., or the colleges, because Bangalore is a cosmopolitan state. Bangalore is a cosmopolitan city. It is the next happening city after Mumbai in India. There are lots of colleges and college-going students. There are foreigner students, those who are studying here in Bangalore. Bangalore could be the easy target for the drug cartel in India.
Right, which is precisely what is surprising, that so far there hasn't been a crackdown. We know it is quite evident, Mr. Nasir, that drugs is widely sold and available. It's a belief that everyone has that you want to buy drugs, you go to the corner of the road and you'll be able to fetch it. That's the kind of rumor that's spread across of Bengaluru city, and drugs is prevalent all across. It's a known fact. It's just come to light today because of Sushant Singh Rajput's case and the drug angle that's cropped up in Mumbai. The NCB, the central agency, had to probe and crack down and then alert the CCB, the state agency, to actually act upon its own state and its own industries. That was quite an embarrassment for the state, undoubtedly, but at least now we're looking at some crackdown. Prakash joining us from the BJP. Prakash, here we're looking at a CCB raid where there, of course, cracking down on the drug nexus in Karnataka after an interstate racket was busted. In Karnataka, several sandalwood actors are under scanner, but just 2 women have been called in and arrested, apart from a few drug peddlers. What's the purpose of that, and where is the investigation really headed towards? If you can give us an insight.
No, it's an ongoing investigation. The drug is a very big menace, and overnight you cannot arrest somebody without any evidence. In the process of investigation, Mr. Ravi Shankar and Rahul, who are drug peddlers who are arrested, have given out the names of Ragini and Sanjana Galrani, I believe. So they have also been taken into custody. Because they are celebrities, they are connected to sandalwood, they are getting more publicity and attention in the media and elsewhere. Many others have also been arrested. Nobody is talking about it. Viren Kannar, Vaibhav Jain, and many other drug peddlers and those who are organizing event management, they have all also been rounded up. But nobody is discussing about them. For the first time in the history of Karnataka, such a big crackdown is being ensured on drug peddlers and drug mafia. Never in the past it had happened. 6 years the Congress was in rule. Not a single raid they conducted. Today we are
right.
police.
But Mr. Prakash, somehow it appears that all the focus is gone down on 2 women, Sanjana and Ragini, whether they are consuming drugs or not.
No,
everyone's focus here is whether Sanjana and Ragini are consuming drugs or not. Find out if they are consuming drugs or not.
No, listen, please allow me to complete. It is the media mistake. Even your images are only showing them. Why? Why don't you focus other persons?
So who are the other high-profile people have you pulled up so far?
Ragini
who are the other high-profile
Sanjana
people who've been pulled up so far?
No, that is what I said. It is a long investigation process. The police cannot act. Somebody is questioning that you arrest them without evidence. How can they arrest it? The Zamir Ahmad
No, as far as we hear from sources, there are many more names that the CCB has, but they have not been summoned as yet. Many more actors' names who have been mentioned. Many male actors from the Kannada film industry as well. Some politicians' sons as well. They have also been named, but they have not been summoned as yet. What are we waiting for?
No, it is all speculation. It is rumored, and nobody can confirm it on record. Well, when the investigation is happening impartially, let us wait for the outcome. Even India Today interviewed our Home Minister. He has categorically stated police have been given free hand and they are investigating. Let us allow them some space. Well, and we cannot decide who should be arrested, who should not be arrested. How can we say that the stars are
twist
involved?
in the entire investigation with the Congress MLA being named. Zamir Ahmad has hung out with Sanjana Galrani, so he becomes a suspect here. There's one person who comes out, Prashant Sambargi, who accuses Zamir of having links with some people, and then the whole investigation is surrounded towards that. What would be your take on the Congress saying that this is vendetta politics? You're trying to target the opposition leaders.
No, if Congress party is willing to back Zamir Ahmad Khan, it is their business. If somebody making an accusation against Zamir Ahmad Khan and Zamir Ahmad Khan challenging, if prove my charge, I will hang in public. Such political challenges do not work here. Only the evidence work here. And if there is any involvement of anyone, certainly the police will act upon it. It is not the police who have made such charges. It is not the government has made any charges against Zamir Ahmad Khan. It is the Congress party which is needlessly politicizing the issue and trying to protect their own flock from any further investigation. They did the same thing in DJLD and KJLD riots also, and they are continuing with it. We do not want to politicize the issue.
All right,
Let
so you're saying the focus is not around any one particular person. It's a holistic investigation where you're probing every angle into this drug nexus.
Mr. Inderjit Ankesh is there on the panel. You please ask him.
All right, let me ask, I'll get to Inderjit. Let me ask Parul Yadav here, who's also joining us. Parul, what's your view into this entire scandal that's rocked the Kannada film industry? There have been 2 actresses who've been picked up, who are currently in custody, Ragini and Sanjana. They've been pushed to give out a drug test. Of course, it's a shame that they resisted. They tried to manipulate, Ragini tried to manipulate her urine samples, mixing it with water. It was quite embarrassing. That was needless. But nonetheless, they've been arrested, they've been detained, and the only proof that the CCB has so far is that Ragini and Sanjana had links to that person who had links to peddlers. So how do you view this entire investigation where there are two women who are in the center focus here?
So, Nabila, let me start from the very beginning again, that why is this Karnataka or Bangalore scandal suddenly become a sandalwood drug scandal? So I want to understand that now I'm learning on your channel that there are some political names coming up. I don't know if they've been arrested. But
no, none of them have been arrested. This is just speculation. That's precisely what we're saying here.
Precisely.
It's just name and shame. You name and shame,
Precisely.
constantly
So
name and shame. There's no actual concrete proof, seizure, nothing that's come about.
Correct. So precisely, no arrest has happened, no big politician, no sports personality, no businessman, no corporate personality, nobody. So I want to understand this one thing, that why is that this suddenly Bangalore drug scandal become the sandalwood drug scandal? Now, let me tell you this, that our film industry is like any other industry, wherein out of 10 people, say 2 people are doing drugs. You cannot paint the whole industry with the same brush, saying that the whole industry does drug. The new actors, they think probably having marijuana may help them, act better and shed their inhibition. And there are very few. But for that, please do not paint my entire industry with the same brush. Having said that thing, I was just, I couple of days ago, I tweeted about it, that I felt the whole gender inequality, suddenly we women have won, because I just see Rhea Chakrabarti, Ragini Dwivedi, or say Sanjana's name cropping up. I don't see any big hero, no big director, nobody's name is coming. So I want to understand, is that only the women of this country are doing drug and no men is doing it? Then clearly, we've won the gender equality. I tweeted about it. So I want to understand, why is these girls are getting singled out. Having said that, in case if you really want to arrest all of these people, then you may have to arrest a lot of, sadhu babas. You may have to arrest a lot of students outside the college who are doing marijuanas. And probably, jail would be, jail kam pad jayegi, jagah nahi hogi bharne ke liye. Itne logon ko
You're
arrest
saying
karna
that
padega,
many people, millions of them, Parul, millions across the country indulge in marijuana. It's a known fact. It's not something that is just that we've had a revelation of today or yesterday, right? Like I said, you want to buy something, you go at the corner of the road. It's just a known fact anywhere. In any state, any city, you'll be able to access a certain amount of marijuana, hashish, all of those drugs. So today, suddenly, this whole nexus has blown to proportions where it's all come down to targeting the high and mighty. Name and shame, embarrass the high and mighty, pull them down, and then pick and choose. According to you, what I gather is that you're saying the investigation as well here is picking and choosing.
Yeah, I feel they have just gone for a low-hanging fruit, which is this 3 women, unfortunately. And I don't know, I've learned today that Sara Ali Khan's name is, coming up, and Rakul Preet. So I was like, yay, women power. Or should I feel bad that, oh my God, only women are getting targeted? So yeah, this is some question. It's a very innocent question to the investigating agency, that haven't they got any name of male actors, directors, politicians, or say corporate personality, sportsman personality? And if so, why the arrest is not happening? So it's a very innocent question. The way you are ignorant about it, same here, I don't know if there is any arrest happening or there is any name. I want to ask Indrajit Lankesh, did you even name any male actor in there?
Indrajit, the question to you, please go on. Did you name any male actor? A very categoric question.
Parul has got a very, very valid question, wherein even in Bollywood and even in Sandalwood, there are these two, very sadly, these 2 actresses are arrested and been interrogated. But in India today, as well as in other media, I've always told that there are actually 15 to 20 genuine names have given, and of course have given a lot of information about.
And when did you give this, Indrajit?
And yeah.
When did you give these names? 2 weeks up, right? Or more than that?
Yeah. I mean, I've given it back 2 weeks back.
Right.
And
but we've not seen any other arrests apart from the 2 women here.
Yes, exactly. In 2 weeks, if they've got so many names, why only these women have got arrested? That is my question.
It's a valid question, Nabila, and that only these 2, and it's very sadly that these 2 women are being arrested. Why not the actors? But I know my conscience. I have given some actors and who I know they were doing it, and actors' sons and directors' sons, politicians' sons.
So Indrajit, right, you've given out names, but Indrajit, can I ask you a question? You're a filmmaker yourself. You're a filmmaker yourself. Indrajit, while as a filmmaker, we know the number of films that endorses drugs, the number of them within Sandalwood, within Bollywood, Tollywood, Collywood, you name the industry in India, abroad, wherever. Well, let's be specific to Indian film industries. All of us rave about how these parties have drugs and actors are, indulging in it and having a good time, and then they get out and then they either recover or they indulge in it completely and ruin their lives, and without actual perspective of what drugs can do to your body. Drug abuse in films, in series is so widely publicized, and at that time none of us have any objection. As a filmmaker yourself, you've never raised any objection on that, on films endorsing marijuana, on drugs, and all of us watch it happily. And that's more or less possibly the reason why you have the younger lot maybe following suit.
Nabila, of course, there is a censor board looking at this. If there is drugs and which is done and they are there, there's a authentic body to be looking at the films which they are using it. But let's not generalize the whole issue and saying all industries do it, everybody does it. I was talking about the Kannada industry, and we're talking about the Kannada industry, and I've given 15 to 20 names, and I've given a lot of information of what happens and where.
All right, you gave us a political twist. Would you want to give us the update on that, Indrajit?
There's a lot of things which I want to discuss here, because
quickly, on a quick note, yeah.
Let's get into the most serious aspect of it, wherein I feel the whole investigation is a little bit losing its grip now, because there is a casino angle, there is some other angle. Because see, one question I want to ask, of course, there are BJP spokesman and the Congress spokesman. I just personally feel, what is wrong in going to a casino? And what is wrong in going to a casino with an actor? Of course, if there is more information.
Which is precisely what my question was right from the start. Is the CCB losing perspective with its investigation here? Are we looking at Zamir Ahmed hanging out with Sanjana has become the whole highlight here? Some people hanging out with some people has become the highlight here. Where's the larger question of the supply? Where's the supplies coming from? Shouldn't that be looked at instead of naming and shaming people?
The main issue here is, of course, if there is any substance to that, if the casino mafia is involved in drug mafia, let them investigate. If there is any kind of evidence or whatever, let's talk about Jamir. Of course, I'm not defending Jamir or I'm not crucifying him. And in a larger perspective,
none of us are defending anyone here. What we're questioning is the habit of cherry picking.
No, because I'm feeling bad that the whole investigation is losing its grip here, because I was talking about the drug mafia and there should be a strong message which is going in. Of course, we are in the able hands of Mr. Sandeep Patil. We have looked at his track record in Mangalore as a commissioner.
Undoubtedly.
That capital was Mangalore before. Now it's Bangalore. But what I personally ask a question to the panelists here is, there is Mr. Pratap Sima, who's an MP from the BJP. And there is C.T. Ravi, who is a minister in the BJP government. Of course, what question they're asking is relevant. If Jamir is got evidence of it, why don't you arrest him? But I ask through your India Today, why don't you discuss this in your party meetings? And you got a police commissioner, a home minister, who is from the BJP. So why don't you ask him in the party circle, or why don't you ask him directly in a cabinet meeting? A minister can ask him. But why are you going to the media and asking? Because I being a journalist, it looks very silly. Because there is a BJP government, there's a BJP MLA and a BJP minister asking a home minister, why don't you arrest him? If there is evidence, arrest him. But the whole perspective is, this is the reason why I'm asking, the investigation is losing its grip and going into some of the casino market. The question is valid, but being a government and the minister is the same. And this is the reason why on your channel, I want to ask, a serious investigation has to happen. So I feel a CBI investigation CBI should take over this case, because there's a lot of politicians from all parties, politicians' sons, and irrespective, I'm not in any party, I'm a journalist, I'm a filmmaker. I just feel it is losing its grip because the politicians...
Right. But undoubtedly here, Indrajit, what it's taken is an ugly turn with the ED now registering a money laundering case. A lot of this, the drug nexus here has also given a gateway for a lot of money laundering to happen. That's exactly what the ED is now cracking down upon in Karnataka. A case has been registered, a money laundering case as well by the ED. That's going to be taken up seriously. Possibly several big names will be popping up in due course of time. But do stay with us. Indrajit Lankesh joining us. We have Parul Yadav as well. Our Congress MP here, Nasir Hussain, as well as the BJP spokesperson, Prakash D.A. Bawa. We're going to slip into a short break. We'll be right back with your closing statements. Do stay tuned. We're going to leave you with that. Do stay tuned for more news and updates on the other side. But for now, an India Today special.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.